Oh yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hold on, I gotta break it down. It was the 3rd of September. The day I always remember. Yes, I will.
Yes,
Cause that was the day I'm on the Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Oh, them spitting shit everywhere. Damn, no bad. What up, y'all? I'm sorry. We wildin', man. We wildin'.
Yes, sir.
This is a Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Your boy Howie over here, my man.
Kurt, what's up, y'all?
Yep. And hold on, let me kind of fix that. Yeah. Because it was kind of up. But there we go. There we go.
That
looks better.
That's pretty good.
All right, now. But yeah, we episode 2.
We got somebody on Instagram.
Yeah,
shout out. Appreciate you.
So yeah, we episode 219.
219.
Got quite a bit to talk about. Got my ride back, riding around again. Ride around again.
Got the big wheel back.
You know what I'm saying?
Scooter.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The scooter, man, I'm picking up hoes in the scooter right now, you know what I'm saying?
Get on, bitch.
Shit. Where these gas, even though they dropping, where these gas prices on, that's how shit, niggas gonna pull up at horse and buggies and shit, talking about like, hey, yo, what is thou destination and where thou wants to go?
Oh, the horse. What they say, the little Tom and Jerry videos about howdy, bitch. That was the funniest little video when the dude was doing a voiceover on the Tom and Jerry joint.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
But yeah, so how was your week this week, my man?
Oh, week was pretty. Well, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little hectic with school stuff. I mean, overall, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, and then I got my truck back, so we good.
Yeah, that's a good part of the week, right there.
Yeah, but yeah, schoolwork kind of, yeah. Your boy, way this senior shit going. Your boy might graduate. I'm supposed to graduate in 2023. Shit, it might be 2030 when I fuck around with this shit right now. But we gonna figure something out.
Like graduate on the cane.
Yeah. I finally got it.
Let me tell my cat.
Yeah, finally got it, motherfuckers.
But yeah, man. Still, that's good though.
How was your week, sir?
It was good. Can't complain. It went by fast.
Yeah.
So I was kind of looking forward. Lately, the last couple of weeks been a little slow, but this week went by fast because sometimes the work week make the days go by slow. And you like, man, I can't wait for the weekend. Blah blah blah. But this week did go by fast. So I ain't gonna even front. That was a good one. Nothing too special. Just another work week, and happy to be back doing another episode of the podcast. So living. So yeah, man. But overall, a good week.
Yeah.
I guess we can jump into our. We don't have anyone to report that passed away, not that we know of.
Oh my man, my man Gorbachev, man.
Not Gorbachev.
My man Gorbachev, sir. Call me that.
He's dead.
All right, I'm fucking. I ain't gonna. Nah, we ain't gonna fuck. I ain't gonna fuck around.
Right. He went to Cuba like the rest.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, nah.
Putin said, "Nah, that nigga ain't getting no good funeral from me."
Yeah.
You better take that nigga to the backyards over there.
Put him in the ground.
Right.
Don't
want to see him.
Don't want to see. Put him in the ground. Get shoveled. Right. Shovel dirt. Throw him in.
Yes. Do it quick.
Horrible Russian.
Right. Man, don't kill us. We just playing.
Yeah, we just playing.
But I guess we can go ahead and jump into our question of the day. You came up with a question of the day. What was that? Because it's a good topic, man.
Oh, well, let me see here. I got to make sure we got to read it. Okay, so
it pertains to the state of hip hop.
Yeah, so why are we celebrating mediocrity?
Exactly. Why are we celebrating mediocrity? Because, I mean, I do like, there's a lot of the young rappers and new rappers that I do like, but I think the vast majority of them are, in my opinion, just mediocre. They're just average. They're not doing anything special, but everybody's just like, yeah, that's the best, and I'm just like, Really? Is that it? That's the best. You know, and I mean, I can't celebrate that, man. I'm glad I'm from a different era. You know, where I had a high standard for my artists. But there are a lot of dope artists out there. You know what I mean? The Baby is dope. Little Baby is dope.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Corday is dope. It's a lot of good artists out there, but the vast majority of y'all, man, you're just average for me. And I'm like, when I listen to the lyrics, I'm like, yeah, we a lot of y'all kind of just celebrating just this mediocrity. So I can't fall in line with that, man. I'm not gonna do it. What about you?
Well, that question it wasn't pertaining to just hip hop. I'm just pertaining that to like actually not even culturally. This is kind of like a worldwide question.
Yeah.
Think about it, man. Like, for instance, I'm gonna use LeBron James as an example. LeBron James is a phenomenal player. I give him that. But it's just like I'm sick of the fucking comparing him to Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah, that's good.
Because my thing of it is this: he didn't do as much. Yeah, he did. He surpassed more than Jordan did. But the thing of it is, Jordan did what he did in a shorter time, and the mug, especially when this mug went out of the league and then came back in. He did two three-peats. LeBron ain't did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that for example. It's just that now it's like we don't have anything, you know, as a culture. I mean, it used to be like, you know, back in the day, you could celebrate, you know, I mean, particularly us, but just anybody. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a dude that was like on the guitar or something like that, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, and he was killing it. It's like, yo, my man killed that shit.
Right.
White, black, don't matter. Like, yo, my man killed that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it used to be. And people had like a standard, and it was like work ethic, like to do stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's just like now it's just we celebrate the most mediocre shit. Even with the, you know, Jay-Z bar with the God did, we'll talk about that later. Like everybody's like, oh man, just revolutionary, but the nigga said the same shit that he always be saying. Right. I mean, I ain't trying to do, you know, and you know, like I give Jay-Z his due when it's necessary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But going back, it's just like we just celebrate mediocre shit.
Right.
We celebrate mediocre shit. We celebrate comedians that ain't that fucking funny.
Yep.
We celebrate rappers that don't have that much skill.
Yep.
We celebrate singers that don't fucking sing. That
movies that
ain't fucking good. But like, oh my God, it's a good movie because it's, you know, it's woman empowerment.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. We celebrate. I mean, it's just we got to a point where we were just celebrating, like the bar is just so low that we just celebrate.
Super low.
Yeah, we just celebrate. Oh, you know, my man did a movie, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, man.
You're right though, man. The bar is set too low all around, man. Because I mean, you know, we were talking here at the house, you know, about how movies just ain't what they used to be, man.
No.
I mean, you know, Marvel movies are dominating right now because, you know, it's all your favorites from the comics. But without that, even that's not original. Because I mean, some of the stuff, you know, you've seen Spider-Man done a couple different times, but it's still cool to see, you know, they did a better version. But for the most part, nobody's making nothing new. It's always, let's redo that old thing. Let's redo the old, they doing a whole nother Halloween. For what?
Yeah, it's like,
just let it go. It's like 30th one.
Yeah,
you know?
And they keep on, that's what I'm saying. They keep on reusing. I think because, honestly, I think the magic is gone.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's just what it is. I'm just gonna call it what it is. The magic is gone.
Exactly.
And they just like, well, you know, we got the easiest thing we could do. We got a cult following on this. Let's just get this. We know this will do numbers, so let's go ahead and just pull this, and you know, and this will work. Now, as far as remake, one thing I'm happy about. Have you seen the new Warriors trailer?
I didn't even know they were doing another one.
Yeah, good.
It was good. Okay,
I'm ready for
okay.
that. Yo, I'm ready for that shit. I meant to talk about that.
That's funny.
Yo,
I'm gonna have to look for that. I did not know. And you know what?
Yo.
Speaking of that, and I don't want to change the subject too much, but you know they're doing a actual Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Yeah, it's called Winnie the Pooh: Blood and Honey.
Wow.
And it's a real like live action thing. You know, it's fun. I was like, yo, I thought it was a joke at first, but this is some real shit. And you know, yeah, just like that.
Give me my heart.
Right. It looked like it's just, I don't know. I don't understand the whole thing about it, but basically, you know, the Christopher Robin dude comes back with his girlfriend and he's looking for Winnie the Pooh. And I guess Winnie the Pooh's mad because he left him. So
shit.
he's like, now we got to kill motherfuckers. So, you know, then somebody comes up in like a Winnie the Pooh mask and grabs him and, you know, start killing people. And so I'm like, okay, is it just people in masks, or is it supposed to be really a bear? You know what I mean? Because in the trailer, it looked like just some nigga with a mask on. You know, I don't know, but it looks like it could be humorous and scary at the same time.
Yeah, so, I do like those type of twists. I mean, kind of like with which I ain't had a chance to see it, just like what they did with like the Fresh Prince joint. Instead of making it a sitcom, they kind of made it darker, a little dramatic.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do like some of those spinoffs. Like if you got, it's like a newer lens on it. I can respect those, but to like what you saying, like to rehash something out,
right.
Exactly. You know, but not like something like the Warriors. That needs a. I would say that kind of needs a remake because it needs to be we need something like that for this generation.
Yeah, I would.
And there was a lot of stuff in that movie, really, not necessarily to make a sequel, but there was things that they could have went back because I don't know if you played the game that was on PlayStation 2 and all that, but yeah, a lot of that story was before the actual movie. So they could actually, and this is what this telling of the Warriors about. It's actually the telling of
the origins.
Oh, the origins. Yeah. Because actually before the Warriors, see the main dude from the Warriors used to be in a group called the Destroyers. And the Destroyers, and if the Destroyers was like the outfit, but I won't get too much into that because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, that is okay. That's a retelling of the story that was kind of, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's just, like you said, just everybody just remaking.
It's not a whole lot of new stuff. You know, I mean, you got some, but it's just, you know, that's like 2% of the movies are original, you know, and the other 98% is just like, let's redo that, you know. Yeah. But you know, it's interesting, you know what I mean? So, you know, y'all let us know what you think in the comments. You know, why do we celebrate mediocrity? You know, we don't really have a high standard of, you know, what we expect for entertainment, for culture, you know, anything, you know what I mean? Really. So it's like,
I think too, I mean, even me personally, I kind of fall victim to it because it's like sometimes
I'm sure we all do.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I just don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's good enough.
Yeah.
Instead of pushing to drive, like, okay, this is the best I did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did this the best of my ability.
Right.
I fucked this shit up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just, you know, I guess because and I'm not blaming the culture. It's still something I have to deal with. But it could be very well part of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep, exactly. So, you know, like I said, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think of our question of the day, and we'll, you know, we'll chop it up on that. You know, feel free to hit us up on all the, you know, platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, your mama's house, all of that. Yeah. We all over the place. We in every crack and crevice. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into some birthdays real quick and give some people some shout outs. So back on August 30th, happy birthday goes out to Lady Luck. All right. She's a dope MC. Also on August 30th, my man Mano, you know what I mean, from straight out of New York. All right. August 31st, we have my man Joe Buttons. You know, got to put the S on their Buttons.
Yeah, top three rapper of all time, according to to write the list.
Yeah.
I'm at to tell you too. I don't mean to cut you off, but they had the 50th worst list. I forgot.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah. Send that to me if you find it again, man. We're gonna have to chop it up on that. Yeah. That's funny. I would love to see what they got on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy birthday to Joe Budden. On September 2nd, which was yesterday, we have my man Cat Williams. Happy birthday to him. Also,
happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Also yesterday, Canary Diamond. She's a dope female lyricist. Haven't heard much from her in a while, but she's got some dope bars. Today, on September 3rd, we got my man BG from Cash Money. We also got DJ Envy, 1/3 of the Breakfast Club. And then coming up on the 6th, we got my man Dana Dane, legendary rapper. You know what I mean? So happy birthday to him. Also on the same day, on September 6th, we got Nore, Nori, the CNN veteran, and also Foxy Brown on the same day. So happy birthday to them. Let's give them all some claps, celebrate them. So at some point we're gonna probably take a little music break. We might have to break out some of the vinyl and let y'all take a little break and hit something for a second, just to take a little music break. I'm gonna throw it up on the turntable and let y'all hear something a little bit.
Oh, before we do that, couple things. So I'm wearing this shirt. I want to shout out Cope, which is it's a brand. I want to say they out of Concord. Well, the shop that because Brittany got this for me.
Okay.
But it's out of Charlotte. Concord, North Carolina. I don't know.
That's close to Charlotte. But
yeah, I don't know if they're like. I'm hoping that they're local. Like a North Carolina brand. But this shirt is it's got like the little planet. And Cope stands for Cream of the Planet Earth.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, fucking dope.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
Yeah, so they got a website and everything, and it's Cope is spelled Kope.
K-O-P.
Okay, yeah, so it's so check them out. They got some. Yeah, this shirt is pretty cool. It's a little too small. I mean, it look like I'm squeezing it. I mean, you see the man boobies right there. It's like, damn, nigga look like got, it's squeezed in there with the boobies, you know what I'm saying? But
when you look at it from like far away, it kind of looks like the Cypress Hill logo.
Yeah, actually it does. Yeah.
I didn't look, when I'm looking at it from here, I see it, but when I look at the camera, I'm like, okay, it looks like Cypress Hill.
I need to get a Cypress Hill shirt.
Man, me too. Really, me too. I had the Cypress Hill rain jacket back in the day.
Yeah.
Like Be Real used to wear the little collar jacket.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know what happened to that. I lost that a long time ago.
Oh, and real quick too, I want to show out the it's also a little book. This is the story of rap. Yeah, it's a children's book, and it's what I'm saying, it's kind of, it don't have everything in here obviously, but it got a little.
Hold on, before you even open it, I gotta show this. Look at this, y'all.
Yeah, it's cute,
perfect
man.
For baby rappers.
Yo, it's cute. Yeah,
got the little explicit.
Yo, it's cute, man.
It look like the explicit sticker. That's
look, and they all happy and shit. And so, but I mean, it's cool, man. They got like little pictures. So this is back in the 70s. I'm just gonna skip over here.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
I'm trying to find a place. So yeah, they have little things like Flash, like Grandmaster Flash on the turntables. On the turntables, and then they have, and then they started doing like Run DMC, kind of going through the eras. I'm trying to see if they got somebody in the 90s. So then they started doing. They did NWA. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know how you gonna explain that to the kid. What does NWA mean? Nice people with attitudes. Right. Nice people with attitudes. Right. NPWA. And then they had like the 90s and all this other stuff. Yeah, so Snoop, Q. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. So I don't want to give too much because I don't want to spoil. And then they do have like, some of the newer rappers like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
On the back. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
what's it called again?
It is called The Story of Rap.
That's what's up, man. That's
perfect for baby rappers.
Yes, sir.
So
I love that, man. How they made it look like the explicit sticker.
And speaking of, happy belated birthday. So I went to the record shop
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
I was,
that.
yeah, last time I was, sick, so I want to go ahead and let you see this another vinyl for your collection.
Got me something for the vinyl collection. Let's see what we got here.
I got you the greatest performer.
Oh, my man.
Now getting ready. Oh, yes,
Doug E. Fresh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's dope, man.
Yeah, so I got the
I appreciate that, man.
I saw EPMD joint.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I started to get that one. Then I saw Doug E. Fresh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I said,
Either one of them would have been dope.
I said, I might have to get that. I might have to get that one.
Yeah, keep rising to the top. I remember that. Yeah. Crazy about. I remember that. Always been crazy about cars. From Jettas to Jaguars, the BMs are cool, but Mercedes rule. Always been crazy about cars. I'm surprised I remember that. Yeah, this is dope, man. On the strength. Guess who? Yeah. Back when it was the Get Fresh crew. We had Chill Will and Barry B.
Yeah, Barry B.
So yeah. Well, definitely, we might have to throw that on the record, man.
Yeah, man. Like, it ain't much, man, but I was like, man, I gotta get a look. Cause I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You hooked me up with the tickets. I've been like, man, what about your birthday? Like, nah, son.
Oh, man.
But I mean, I just, you know what I'm saying? I meant to have it, but it's just like I was, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing.
I ain't one of the people where you gotta pay me back. You know, if I got you something, you gotta give me something.
It ain't like that. But it's still just the principle.
Yeah, I appreciate you though, man.
Yeah, man.
This is it, man. This is a classic right here.
Yeah.
Speaking of classics, who was it? I was gonna ask you about. Dang, I don't forgot. Now somebody they said had a classic album, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I consider it a classic, but I can't remember who it was.
It wasn't Game with the Drillmatic joint, was it?
No.
Dang.
It was something a little older, you know, like from back in the day or something like that. And I was like,
it wasn't a Jay-Z album, was it?
No. Who the hell was it? I haven't forgotten that.
What year?
I want to say it might have been from the 90s sometime. Possibly the early 2000s. I'm trying to think. If I can think of the artist, I'll know what album it is.
What style of hip hop was it? Was it more sort of like because they were trying to get into the South? Was it kind of like that? Or
I want to say it might have been South or West Coast. I don't think it was a New York rapper, but I just remember thinking, I don't think that was a classic. But it'll come to me. Before we end the show, I'll remember.
All right.
But yeah, so but we're gonna play some music before this show is out. So let's go ahead and jump into some new music, matter of fact.
Yep.
So I found an artist called Butter Raspy, and he did a song featuring my man Parrish Smith from EPMD, I should say. And it's called And it's a pretty dope song. It's got that 90s style to it, where you just kind of trying to get them bars out there. That just came out. Then there's another rapper I found called Dom Dirty. He got a song featuring Little Fame and my man Nims.
Yeah,
Nims and Little Fame. That's gonna be hot.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I was real happy to hear that. And then my man Cormega is releasing a new album called The Realness Part 2 because his very first album was called The Realness, and that's what it was. Cormega. It was a New York rapper. So they said that his first album, The Realness, was a classic. I didn't really feel that.
I didn't get a chance to really listen to it. There's one song I listened to today. It was what's the name of that song? Alchemist is on that beat. That shit. That shit crazy. But that beat go hard, and he was just basically talking about like the whole history of Queens and how everything was. But yeah, that song was dope. I don't know about it being a classic like you said, but it was definitely a good album.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it was like an early 2000. It's still kind of some of those. Like when the new century, the new decade comes up, you still got a little bit of the old decade. Because it ain't it's usually around the fourth or fifth year you define the sound of the decade. And you kind of go, in my opinion, at least that's how
I agree. Yeah. And I don't, and I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on Cormega because I do like Cormega, but he's never been someone who I've heard his music and be like, oh, that's a classic. It's just his stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's never been, for me personally, it's just never been on the level of classic outside of what he did with like the Firm and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that song is called, like, I'm trying to think about it. I think that song is called The Realness.
Yeah, it might be. It might be the title, the album title. So,
yeah, you know, but it's like, that beat goes hard, man. Alchemist. One thing I like about Alchemist, man, like, he know how to lace up him rappers, dude. Like, I don't know what it is, like, especially like with Mobb Deep, with Prodigy. Sheesh. Yeah, like that was like the team, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, Cormega said that he got Alchemist on this new album.
He better.
He also got Nas on there.
He better.
And he got somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but he got some pretty good collabs on there. So.
Yeah, because him and Nas, they was beefing.
Yeah, they finally squashed that. Yeah. When Nas did that Firm song on the last album. So I think that's dope. You know what I mean? So I'm happy for him. But yeah, so go check that out. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's supposed to be pretty soon. Diddy released a song called "Gotta Move On." It was about a month ago, and I just now heard about it. I was like, well, dang.
Well, gotta move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Brother Love, you okay?
Right. Apparently the song moved on because I didn't even know about it. And, it's been out for almost 2 months now, like a month and a half.
Dang, you need to talk, man.
Right. Gotta move on.
You gotta move on. Yeah. You okay?
Hey, I don't know, man. But just wanted to mention and give him a quick shout out. I like Diddy, but I heard a snippet from the song and it was just nothing to amp over or anything like that, but it was cool.
I really get that nigga a hug, yo. like 6 feet away though.
Right.
He get
air hugs, nigga.
Air hugs.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my man's the veteran Diamond D from Thinking in the Crates. He got a new song out called "Live My Life." And he got a new album out called Providence that's coming out on September 10th.
Okay, I think I did hear a little bit of the Diamond D track. Yeah, he's nice with it.
Yeah, so definitely look out for that. The Live My Life joint sounds pretty good, and it's got a pretty dope beat to it too. And also Remy Ma is coming out with a new EP called Reminisce.
Okay.
So I'm always happy to hear something from her. I still want that collab album. I still need it. Remy and Pap, come on, y'all playing
we
the
done
game.
said this for 5 goddamn years.
5 goddamn
We done told y'all, like, look, man, Jay-Z already got Beyonce, all right?
I mean.
And then the fact that y'all both rap, y'all need to do a husband and wife rap collab.
I'm telling you,
that would be,
before y'all close the chapter, just make it a husband and
wife.
Need
to do that. I need to get in their DMs and shit. Like, listen, man, got an idea. Don't want no money from it, all right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can just mention me like, yo, my niggas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Look, got an idea. Look, y'all need to do collab album. A husband and wife rap collab album, and it will be that would be great.
Instant classic.
Instant, man. Yeah, because it ain't been done.
Get the right production, get a couple of features with Fat Joe and people like that. Come on, man. You can't beat that.
Yeah, because it hasn't. If it has been done, it hasn't been done a lot.
Yeah. Because I remember I was one of the BET Hip Hop Awards where they did a freestyle together.
Yeah. Kind
of a husband and wife freestyle. And they were just going back and forth, trading on bars. And I was like, yo, this is just nasty. And it was just, and I think at the end of the bars, they said something about, both of us is real black love, and I was like, yes, hell yeah. Yeah. And it's like, come on, y'all were made for this shit, man. Do it. So anyway, but that's it for my music. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Speaking of Papoose, he actually got a song out with, I think it's Ed Sheeran.
Okay. Yeah. Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
What?
I was surprised. Yeah. It was like, it's an Ed Sheeran song, but I think he let Papoose come in with a rap on there. Wow. So, yeah. I thought it was dope. I was like, okay.
Let me hit him with
have Pap get
Oh, not like that. But I didn't mean like that. I was more like a shock. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get the... There we go.
Pap strong. So yeah, man. I gotta send it to you because I heard it earlier today, and I was like, okay, that's dope.
Yeah, I was really surprised at that.
Right, I didn't expect that kind of crossover. So
that's like damn, like Tony Touch when he had was it Tony Touch? They had like the Madonna and Tupac
Yeah, I think it was him.
Yeah,
I think you might be right.
That, I mean, it ain't like on that level, but it's just like, you wouldn't think.
You wouldn't expect it. Yeah.
So I bet, that's when collabs back in those days was like special. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you good, man. Well, before we get into our topics, let's take a music break. Let's hear a little something, man. I need to hear a little. I need to hear some vinyl, man. Let's see. So we got the Dougie Fresh, you know. We also got my man Pharoah Monch. We got Internal Affairs, you know what I mean? We got Public Enemy, takes a nation of millions to hold us back. We got CNN, The War Report. We were just talking about Nori. You know,
NRE.
We got a joint from Punisher. It was a little special album they released after he died. We got MF Doom and Czarface. And so, you know, what you want to hear? You want to hear anything specific, man?
Well, let's hear the Birthday Boy. Let's go ahead and hear that Capone Warrior.
Yeah, let's do that.
And
I don't even think I ever opened this one yet. Let's do that. Let's crack this bad boy open.
So as he open it, you know, we're just gonna get we're gonna do the little joints real quick.
Yeah, man, this is a classic album, The War Report. And when they did The War Report Part 2, that was dope too. You know, that was one of my favorites. So
that's the one I had.
Ooh, colorful album, yo.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's see.
Is that the one that got Coogee Rap in there? My life.
You know what? I don't know. Let me see.
Life. It had like that West Coast feel joint to it.
No, I don't. That one was on the Coogee Rap album.
Oh,
yeah. That was on the Giancana album, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm almost sure of it.
Yeah, because Nori was like, we got a big up G.
Yeah. But this dude got the LA on it though somewhere. So it's a 2-disc album. So let's just play some. Let's see. Let's play on this side. Intro, and then let's go into Bloody Money or whatever. You know, let's see what we got here. Oh,
yeah, you gotta take the
didn't take the thing off.
Damn.
My bad. Shout out to Nori. Shout out to Capone.
Oh man, everybody, Jake's with everybody. Don't want my way, sick man, hat.
That's on that gangster shit.
Got all my niggas bag right now, son. What's up, man? Son, the niggas got my whole block, son. They got beef, traps, gang. All of them, son. Yo, man, all of them, son. They got all of them, son. Damn, man. Everybody, you got them all, son. Going for revolution, man. Just start rallying, man. Everybody ain't ready for this, man. Yo, man, it's me and you right now, man. We the only two, man. You know what I'm saying right now? You know what I'm saying? Me and fast. And there's a couple of others, you know what I'm saying? But yo, man, you gotta start here, man. Right now, son. Just here, man. Yo, for real, man. Yeah, man. For real, man.
Yeah, back then you could just do intros like that when you just talking that shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, and this song that's about to come on was one of my favorites, Bloody Money.
Yo, what up? 24 like understand, New York, get the bloody money. Dirty cash, niggas smoke weed, car seat staff. You monkey walk, I'm on back. Be quiet, talk about me gossip. Give me that when I pop up. I'm validating gas to know what when they supposed to. Been around you, stay close, I wasn't close to you. You said I was weak. You come in, I saw you cut corners, snake shit. Tie you up, seal your lip, wrist bleeding. Cowboy roll, choke, put the bogey out in your face. Tell your face lays like ashtray face. Say we got him our way, get a dog in my face. Shoot you up a far way. If I ain't got me, right here, I'm right there. Ice cream there. Should've set it off right there. CNN, War Report, Red Force, New York. God, I'm Indian staff. Deep in, militant. Yo, the world young nigga was on the streets too. Uncle Wild dipping, 82, back on the street. 107 got through. I see you, come see you. Right scroll to the rest of the band. Lock their hoes at 8-8. Money come first, that's first. Yo, that's not me. I'm cursed. Keepless, glamorous, diabolic, devilish. It's getting real, realer than you think. Just think, spots get rough, now get tough. Police spots, yo, what happened? Police big door, yo, we was rapping. You're right, what?
You hear that?
Decent, behind the traffic. So that's the one that breaks one. You don't get the bloody money. Dirty cash, live niggas who smoke weed.
All
right, we're gonna
y'all can't hear that.
back after the music break. We had to,
Yeah, man, that's a classic right there, man. New York, get the bloody money.
Yeah.
Two records coming that one. So yeah, so you don't hear a lot of hard street level stuff like that too much more. You know what I mean, these days. So maybe later we might play a little something else too. You know what I mean?
I mean, you kind of hear it, but it's like
Yeah, I mean, you still hear it. It ain't like it used to be, like where it's saturated. You know, the airwaves where you hear a lot of street stuff. Now, you might hear the drill stuff, but it still ain't like street hip hop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true. But let me tell you, them drill niggas, they love me, boy.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll say about them niggas love me.
Yeah, man. They feel like they got something to prove, I guess, man. Yeah. But anyway, so we can jump into some topics. A little bit of a funny topic. Stacey Dash just found out that DMX died. DMX, I mean, come on, man. Has it been a year? Has it been a year?
About damn near too, almost.
Yeah, a year and a half, something like that. Yeah. So, and she did like a post where she was crying, and she couldn't believe it. I'm like, this shit was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Man, more people knew about X dying than the dude that died the next day. And that nigga was down there the king.
Right. Exactly.
Everybody knew about X dying.
Prince Philip died the same day.
They were like,
nobody
fuck this nigga.
Yeah.
X!
I mean, the funeral was huge. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, everybody knew about X.
And she just now hearing about this. I was like, yo, come on. You gotta be crazy, man. But yeah, I thought that was funny, man. When I saw the video and she was just sitting there crying, I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, where have you been? What rock have you been under?
She been under the Caucasian. She was literally up in them.
Right.
She was up in them Caucasus Mountains hard, and then she kind of came down to have her little nigga moment, and she was like, "Oh,
right,
oh, X, I didn't know he tried to crack cocaine."
Right, like shaking her fist to the heavens.
Why did you take it? God, like, look. He got a hold of Jay-Z Stone.
Right. But man, I thought that was so funny. I'm like, you were so out of touch that you didn't know that DMX passed away.
Dang,
I mean, you ain't even got to be a fan of DMX, and it was all over.
It was all over the place, man.
News outlets, everybody. Niggas at the library was talking about that shit.
Yeah, like, yo, X, shh. Right. Yo, X guy saying
can't help it.
Can't help it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta,
But yeah, man, that was hilarious. Did you actually see her video where she was crying?
I'm like, man, I sent it to you, remember?
Was that you sent it?
Yeah, okay. Man, the shit was everywhere.
Yeah,
everybody.
That was hilarious. Yeah, that was right. I get so much videos, man. I be forgetting who sent me what. But yeah, I was dead, man. So yeah, Stacey Dash, just so you know, we lost Biz Markie too. In case you didn't know.
And Shock G.
Shock G.
But you probably don't know.
Prince G.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But which is sad because Shock G is more your hue.
Right. Exactly.
Your hue than
exactly. That might have been more your speech. She probably just sitting there watching all stuff like, what? Shock G? Should I put the satin on my panties? Oh man.
Same song, y'all.
Yeah.
But man, I mean,
Yeah. But
I'm probably the only light skinned dude that like I kind of like, you know, say Shock G, like that's the dude, like that's that dude's cool, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, all the other light skins like nah,
right.
can't be y'all, can't be.
But,
not to do colorism, but
right.
we all black. I just want to let y'all know we all black. We still got to fight the same dude, you know, the same oppressor. So
facts.
Yeah,
facts.
so yeah.
We
all black.
But yeah, we're gonna have to catch Stacey Dash up on some stuff.
Yeah, man. So, just sit down, just have like a nigga town council,
right?
And just fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, So this day.
Oh yeah, and Trump is no longer the president.
Trump's no longer the president. We got Biden in.
Right.
You know, everybody that was black voted for him because he kind of went on the breakfast show and said, if you didn't vote for him, you wasn't black.
You wasn't black.
I swear to God, boy, if that was like 50 years ago, man, black people would be up in arms with that shit. Because it's like, no, it's like how?
Again, accepting that mediocrity, man. You know, just because they throw a little nice words. I mean, you know, I will take him over Trump, but still, you know, he ain't nothing but a politician at the end of the day. So they all about the same, you know. So anyway, we can move on to the next. Wanted to give a shout out to Ludacris and Queen Latifah. They have a movie that's about to drop, if it hasn't already, on Netflix called End of the Road. Okay. So it's supposed to be like a road trip type of movie. So, you know, just wanted to give them a shout out. You know, Ludacris and Queen Latifah are, they've both done a few movies. So, you know, they're kind of used to the big screen a little bit. You know? So, you know, I'm pretty sure it'll be good. You know what I mean? I don't know if it'll be a blockbuster or whatever, but just depends. I'm going to have to find a trailer. I just heard about it. I don't know if they got a trailer out or not.
Yeah, Luda's a pretty decent actor.
Yeah,
pretty decent.
He does okay, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's like the Ice Cube.
Right.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, and the Ice Cube, that's that dude.
Yeah, when it comes to the acting,
yeah.
I'll probably put him, honestly, Will Smith, because Will Smith is a rapper.
Will Smith is a hell of a rapper. Actor and rapper.
And be honest with you, Mos Def.
A
lot of people don't know that Mos Def was an actor before he was AKA
Yasin Bey. Yeah, man.
So, I mean,
Black Dante is another name to go by.
It would be crazy though. I would like to see some of the rappers that are in like acting. I would really like if Cube got together and got like Luda. Yasin Bey, like, look, let's do a movie about like, have like some of the famous like, rappers / actors go into it and actually have like a movie. I don't know what it will be about. I don't know if it'll be a comedy or it might be like, like a movie, like, we about to take down.
Right.
I would love to see something like that. I thought that would be crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
I agree. Yeah, you know who else is a pretty good actor is Snoop Dogg. He does pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like if we get that, man, that would be crazy, man.
Yeah.
Even I'll give it a T.I. T.I. was pretty decent in some movies. Oh, speaking of which, we didn't get to talk about that. So his son got arrested.
I did hear about that. I don't know what happened, but I know he just fresh off of that Waffle House fight a couple months ago. And I'm like, dude, what you doing, man? But now he done got arrested. I think he's out of jail, but he did get arrested. They probably posted his little bail or whatever. But did you hear like what it was over? What was he fighting about or whatever? Or how he got arrested?
I have no idea.
I think it had something to do with him maybe getting pulled over by the cops or something like that. Maybe he was driving or something like that. And got pulled over. But either way, man, I mean, sound like, and I saw that they just said that his response was, fuck 12. You know what I mean? Just like, like he just trying to play gangster and all of that. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're not a gangster.
No.
You're nowhere near a gangster, so cut it out.
No, it's just,
all this fuck 12. You know what I mean? That ain't you.
Matter of fact, your daddy. Your goddamn daddy.
Crime stop.
Let me get on. Yeah, I'm about to say, let me get on my 21 Savage shit.
Right.
Okay. Yo, now I ain't gonna lie. As soon as he said that, you didn't really hear anything about 21 Savage anymore.
Right.
When he said that shit, I'm like, I don't care what OG, who OG is this. You do this shit. You should, you know what I'm saying? You can't be.
Right.
And I'm like, God damn, he make a point.
Yeah. Yeah. He ain't right about that. So it is what it is, man.
I mean, not that I don't hate T.I. like that, but yeah, I mean, at the same time, man, that's like Tupac came up and was like, yo, we gotta get him. I can't do Pac's voice. But anyway, like if he came up and said, yeah, we doing Crime Stoppers, like,
yeah,
you'd be like, nigga.
Right.
Really?
Right. Exactly. It's like, dude, 1-800-TIPS or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
Yeah, I can't rock with you on that.
But I understand why he did it because of the whole, his case and all.
Yeah, kind of a thing.
So
he's the burden off.
Still, it's still kind of.
Yeah, you can't be gangster after that though.
No.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, T.I. and Tiny have yet to speak on it, from what I understand. The only one we've heard from is the son. He looked like one of them Island Boys. You ever seen him?
The Island Boys.
He looks just like one of them fools.
Yeah, man.
He got the Island Boy hair.
Hell, they need to start a group.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, man, on to the next. Megan Thee Stallion made a cameo on the She-Hulk series. Did you see it? Did you happen to see the clip of it?
Oh yeah, I seen the whole episode.
Okay.
Cause the funny thing, not to give too much, I don't know if you've seen it, but this episode there was, cause like before she was working at a lawyer, she was at a firm,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But then, when she got hired by the superhuman department, whatnot, and so when she got in there, there was a guy that like he always had like this. She always had this thing for like this competition, and he's kind of like self-centered. Yeah, he's like self-centered and self-assessed, and basically he thought like, oh yeah, I think I could pull a Meg Thee Stallion.
Right.
Found out like, oh girl, when it was Meg Thee Stallion, found out it was a shapeshifter. Yeah, it was a shapeshifter from
shapeshifting elf
from Asgard. Yeah, so it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Because she kept impersonating Meg Thee Stallion, so he really thought he was dating Meg Thee Stallion, and so they was clowning him for that. It was pretty good. It's the show. It does have a good comedic part to it. Have you seen the other episodes?
Yeah, I'm caught up. Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the fact that like it's towards the end of it. It's kind of getting to like, cause see, like the first couple episodes, you're kind of getting to know her. You kind of get to know what she does, how she does it.
Right.
So now it's kind of building on to the whole like, okay, well, now we got these group of people going after her, and Hope's away taking care of something.
Right.
So,
So he's gone. But yeah, I'm interested in it, and I've been liking it so far. Supposedly it's 9 episodes, so we're only up to the 3rd one.
Yeah. So
we still got 6 more, from what I understand. So but yeah, at the end of the episode, She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion are in her office, and She-Hulk is actually officially signing her as a client. Like, all right, cool, I got Megan Thee Stallion as a client, and to celebrate, they start playing like some Megan Thee Stallion music, and they both break out into a little twerk. So yeah, a lot of people are kind of up and down about it. Some people are like, yeah, that's cool, and some people are like, nah, that shouldn't be in no Marvel, series. But it's funny, it was funny. I don't think it was necessary. You know what I mean? I don't think they needed to do it, but it didn't. I didn't hate it, but it was just like, I could have done without it.
I was like, it's okay. I mean,
it was just okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like, what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was oh man, it's like, Hulk booty. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay.
But I have to admit, the reason I say it was just okay for me is because if they're really gonna keep She-Hulk in the MCU, I want to see her get to some real hardcore action, some real action. So you know, all of the comedic stuff is cool, but it's like I'm ready to see some rage action where she just has to go off on a real villain. You know what I mean?
I do like.
So yeah,
I do like the aspect of her, like, you know, on the like with Abomination and taking up on the super, you know, the super human. I do like that aspect because it's kind of like, okay, you know, if I had superpowers and I needed a representative, yeah, I guess, you know, I would consider going to her because it's like, okay, she relates to me. She understands. She understands, like, you know, these powers and stuff. And sometimes, you know, when I use these things, sometimes people get hurt, and I don't mean to hurt people.
Right.
It's just I'm using it to, you know, do whatever. But you know what I'm saying. So,
and it would have been dope if the original firm that she worked for actually did that. But you know, they fired her because of the whole thing when she turned into She-Hulk. So yeah, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm missing out because this is gonna be, you know, if this was real life, this would be huge for the other firms.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I understand why they did that because it's just like, man, we don't want that. You know, we don't want that type of heat on us, and you know, that was a little smaller firm than what she was going to now. Yeah, so she was just probably, and people were probably just like, yeah, we just want to stay away from it. And that's the whole thing too. She don't want to be this thing. She just wants to do her job.
Yeah, and absolutely. So yeah, this, you know, and I think it's dope because based on the trailers, you can tell that they're going to incorporate Daredevil in it because he's also a lawyer, Matt Murdock. So, you know, I think that's going to be dope. And supposedly the backstory is that they're real close in general anyway. So I don't know how he's going to come into the story, but I'm pretty sure we'll see him soon. We've already seen Wong from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Got the Abomination in there from the Hulk movies back in the day, which I do think they did good by kind of updating his look.
Yeah, and tying them in. And,
so that was dope. And have we seen anybody else? Who else have we seen?
I think that's
it. The Hulk. Yeah, the Bruce Banner. Yeah. So yeah, but you know, it's pretty dope. But you know, it's you know, I think it's cool that, you know, Meg Thee Stallion got to do that little cameo. You know what I mean? I'm assuming they're gonna have her back since at the end she was signing her on as a client. But it was kind of weird. I was like, okay, but aren't you supposed to just be doing superhuman clients? So you know, what exactly are we aiming for here?
Yeah, maybe Meg Thee Stallion got powers.
Right, that's what I'm gonna say. Are they
power
gonna
to
have
twerk?
Powers? Yeah,
power to twerk.
The power of mind control. How she get all of her followers mind control.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, she hit the body out of you.
But you know, it was cute that they put it. You know. All right, so we can move on to the next subject. So I wanted to make a quick announcement. I don't know if you heard this, Howie, but as y'all know, in a couple of weeks, we go on to the New York State of Mind tour with Nas and Wu-Tang, and now they have actually added Busta Rhymes to the line.
Don't the shit, nigga want to jump. Yo, we gonna be wild.
I mean, you got a juggernaut in there with all these other juggernauts. You know,
man, I seen Busta perform in '99. I don't know I know it's gonna be different.
Energy is different, man.
But, dude,
I mean, it's like now, you know, Nas and Wu-Tang are the headliners, so it's like you gonna open up with Busta and then try to follow that. That's gonna be hard, even for Nas and Wu-Tang.
Dude,
I mean, anybody trying to come after Busta
is crazy,
man. Listen. So yeah, I wanted to kind of mention that because I didn't know if you had heard, but yeah, I was like, yo, this is incredible right now. So we've really get a treat.
Yeah, Busta's done some stuff with Nas actually.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna do some stuff.
Right, that would be dope. You know, Busta's done stuff with almost everybody now.
Oh yeah, man.
And he's working on new music, so you know that's dope. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he's gonna try to put some of his new stuff out there. You know, give us a couple of classics and give us some new stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. New York State of Mind, man. 2 weekends from now, so you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we can go ahead and move on. You want to talk about the Black Dot when you talk about Jay-Z's verse, or you want to?
I thought it was a pretty good. Wait a minute, what else we got to talk about?
Let me see.
Oh, remember PTK was on Drink Champs. So I guess we can talk about that.
They're on there. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I watched about 40 minutes of it. I mean, it was decent. You know, they were kind of going back to the beginning of how they got started and how they wound up getting signed and all the stuff they had to go through to get signed. And right as I stopped listening to it, they were getting right into the part of why they broke up with Omarion.
Yeah.
And, you know, basically, you know, a lot of speculation has been going around over the years that it was over a female. But it wasn't really technically over a female, it's kind of. But basically, there was a random female that they was on tour with, you know, maybe like a dancer or something like that, or just some kind of random chick. And I think it was Raz B was smashing, and Omarion was smashing her at the same time.
Dang.
Yeah, so they eventually had to talk about it with each other, you know, and I guess Raz B told Omarion, yeah, I've been smashing that chick. And Omarion was like, yo, man, I love her. Why would you do that? And so he was looking at it like, but we always kind of trade back and forth with these chicks, you know, and she ain't nobody special. She just some random chick.
Yeah,
so he was looking at it like, why would you be upset about that? And then at the same time, they were planning on leaving their record label, and they didn't want the record label to know. So Omarion kind of did kind of a snitch move, went back to the record label and was like, yeah, they planning on leaving, and he fucked my girl. And they was like, yo, because the record label came to them and kind of, we know about how you had sex with his girlfriend, and we know you're planning to leave. And they was like, oh, this nigga.
It's like, really?
Yeah, so that's what really, that's when the ish hit the fan right there.
Yeah,
yeah. So I can kind of feel that. You know what I mean? You in your feelings over some random chick. Y'all don't even probably even know this chick more than a few weeks or something like that.
She was in the snappy nappy.
I mean, what was it?
Love,
you know, so it's interesting, man. I'm gonna have to go back and finish watching it. But it was right to that part when I stopped listening.
He's like, put your mama on the phone. Tell
right.
her coming over.
You know, yeah, I ain't never coming home.
Same jokes.
So yeah, that happened. The B2K thing. Also, let me make this announcement. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
So Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are being sued because of some alleged child molestation, sexual harassment type stuff. And I don't know if it's on the level of harassment, but just inappropriate sexual misconduct. Supposedly, there was a couple of kids. This was maybe about 7-8 years ago. A couple of kids. They asked their parents, "Hey, can we use your kids in a skit that we're going to be doing?" Her and Aries Spears, and supposedly they had these kids in these inappropriate situations, like sexual type stuff. You know what I mean? So later on, I guess the kids felt really uncomfortable about it and went back and told their mom, who is actually a good friend of Tiffany Haddish. Supposedly they're like really close friends. So the mom is like, whoa, you know, I trusted my kids with you. And now they're coming back, you know, and they're saying that even to this day, this is like 7-8 years ago. And now they're of like legal age. And so they're still saying like, hey, we still feel scarred even to this day from the stuff that they was making us do. And so, you know, now they're getting sued by this lady and her kids over this skit. I don't know if the skit ever came out or not, but if it was, they probably deleted it by now. You know what I mean? So, but you know, just you know, that's what's happening. They're both getting sued by these kids' mom or whatever. So I don't know, man. That's kind of a crazy situation. I don't even know why in this day and age you would have done a skit like that without even at least telling the parents what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, at least, yeah. I mean, well, and that's the thing too. It's just like, yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying? As a parent, I mean, you know, you got someone like that that come up and say, "Hey, we use your kid." You're not thinking much about it.
Right.
Oh, maybe it's gonna do some sitcom stuff.
Right.
Maybe it's an extra. But yeah, now it's like you got to think as a parent, like, well, look, let me see the skit. Let me make sure they're going to
see
be
what it's all about.
Let me just make sure that they're going to be, we're going to be okay with this. You know what I'm saying? And my thing of it is too is that is kind of odd because one of them were really young, weren't they?
Yeah, I think one of them was 14. I think, and I can't remember the age of the other one, but I know
thought the other one was like really like single did
7.
Yeah,
one of them was 7.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
one of them was 7.
So
okay.
That's the 14-year-old. It's kind of like what I'm saying, but a 7-year-old.
Yeah, that's even too much.
That's
for 14.
But
I mean, we got a 16-year-old here, and I wouldn't even want to see her. Or something like that. So come on, man. So I don't know, but from what I understand, Tiffany Haddish and their lawyer, her and Aries Spears' lawyers, are saying that basically these people are just trying to get a come up. We ain't do nothing wrong. So, we got to give them the benefit of the doubt because none of us have seen the skit. This is what we're being told. So I don't know.
But kids like that, especially the 7-year-old,
right?
They ain't lying.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time, kids gonna lie, but when it's something about like this. Most of the time they're gonna lie about like, do you eat that last piece of cake? Nah, they got crumbs right on their face or some shit. Yeah, they're gonna lie about that. But when it comes to stuff like that, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Unless they're embarrassed about it, maybe they will like, they might hide it. But most of the time, when they come out with stuff like that, they're not lying.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming there's some sort of truth to it, but I don't know. I wonder if the mom has had a chance to see the skit because I'm sure it's out there somewhere. It's just a matter of is it there or have they kind of taken it off? But in the internet age, you can't get rid of stuff that easy. Somebody probably downloaded it somewhere.
Man, it's just
it's on the dark web somewhere probably.
But that's just sick, man. I mean,
right?
Just like there was another video I shared with you, just like because like I said, they trying to with this. With the so-called, LGBTQ, they trying to add P to that real quick, and they trying to push that agenda.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So now they even got videos. I think I shared this with you. They were talking about, oh well, don't say stranger danger no more. We need to have kids to understand that strangers can be friends too, and don't call them pedophiles because you might hurt somebody's feelings. Man, fuck your feelings. If you fucking my kid,
that's crazy.
Come on, man. Like
that's crazy right there. Man. Yeah, I bet not see no mess like that. But yeah, man. So y'all weighing in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about that because that's crazy right there. Yeah, man. I hope it wasn't as bad as they're making it out to seem. I hope that maybe it was a misunderstanding, but the way Tiffany Haddish and them lawyers talking, it's like we ain't got nothing to worry about because we didn't do nothing wrong. So, we'll see.
It's kind of funny, too, because, like, I saw, going back to Tiffany Haddish, she's trying to jump out. I think she's trying to jump out now and trying to clean herself up. Because I just seen, like, a post, which I did enjoy. She talking about her, reading Claude Anderson's book. I don't know.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So it's almost like she's trying to jump. Yeah, she's trying to jump out and kind of clean,
Yeah.
So,
I was wondering. I wonder if she is doing that on purpose to try to, let me try to look good in the community.
Yeah. So
once the shit hits
oh no, she's wearing Claude Anderson. We can't do that. It's
Next thing you know, she's gonna be quoting or promoting Dr. Sabi. Eat good. Dr. Sabi said so. Oh, we can't be mad at her. She was promoting Dr. Sabi.
Yeah, Dr. Sabi.
Yes, but yeah. So it's interesting, man. I was not expecting to hear that from either one of them. I don't see Tiffany or Aries Spears doing anything like that.
Yeah.
So I really thought that was it was kind of shocking to me, but we shall see. You know what I mean? So if we can actually see the skit, I feel better about knowing what exactly went on here.
Yeah.
But all right, so we got a couple more topics before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Black Dot, but we also got to talk about the Pharaoh said that.
Yeah.
So which one you want to talk about?
Well, actually, we might as well because it's pretty much gonna flow all the way down because it's all interconnected.
Okay, so we want to.
Yeah, so I thought the Black Dots breakdown.
Whole verse.
Yeah,
God.
Yeah. I thought that was a great breakdown. I got a chance to really listen to the verse. I thought the verse was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't think there was anything, it's revolutionary and all that. I mean, there was a couple lines I liked. I liked the whole, like I feel like, Farrakhan sitting down with Michael Wallace joint. I like that type of, I thought that was kind of, good.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like he kind of said the same thing that he always been saying.
Right.
I'm Billy. I got other people to Billy.
Right.
And, nigga, I sold drugs. Never got caught. But,
forgive me for what the stove did.
Yeah, forgive me what the stove did. It's like.
I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's a typical Jay-Z verse, like you said.
Yeah.
And it just goes on for a long time. He raps for like 3-4 minutes. You know what I mean? Something like that.
My thing of it is, too, I felt like if you go back and listen to the rap, he kind of took Ross's cadence.
Rick
Ross's cadence a little bit because with the ad-lib, like the he didn't do like the you know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm like, wait a minute.
Took the cadence.
He kind of took his cadence. Yeah, so
that's interesting, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what I heard. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't listen to the same record.
I'm gonna go back and listen to it, but I believe you though.
Yeah, but it's like to me, it's like, wait a minute, cause that's like Ross, like
right.
Trade. That's like his, that's like his trademark.
Yeah.
So I mean, and then too, and that's another thing too. I didn't get a chance to listen to Ross verse and Lil Wayne. But there you got two capable MCs there, and just like what he was saying, like, you're two capable MCs, and they dropped their piece, but now it's overshadowed by what he said,
right?
Because it was 80 bars,
right?
Yeah, so
it's like, dang, you know what I mean? So he could have had his own song with all
pretty much. It was pretty much like
two songs.
Yeah, it was pretty much like it was like what was it? When they broke. Well, when I listened to it on a medium that wasn't streaming, but anyway,
yeah.
So, but anyway, well, I mean, shit. I listened to it on YouTube. They already got the money anyway, so fuck it. So, I listened to YouTube, and it was like 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Yeah, that's like an average song.
Yeah. So it's like, if you break that down into 16 bars at a time, he could have done at least two songs, if not 2.5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was kind of crazy.
So I mean, I thought it was a good, honest breakdown. I also thought, like, what he was saying, like, doing that, and the whole this is what everybody's kind of looking towards, like, because that's another thing he was saying too, like, this wasn't written for like people like me and you.
Yeah.
It was written for people that are like, oh man, yeah, we could do this and we could sell drugs, but it's like, nah, Jay-Z is an anomaly.
Yeah.
Like, there ain't no way you can do that and not get caught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and all the people that's around you getting caught, but you still good. Like, that something ain't adding up.
Right, exactly.
Math ain't math.
It really ain't, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, what made me listen to the song was I kept hearing it buzzing. Everybody's like, oh, have you heard the whole verse? He blacked out and he did this, he went off. And I was like, okay, well, let me go find this. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. So
nah, I think he blacked out.
He just kept going. Is that what you mean by blacked out?
Yeah. Nah, there was one, and this was back when he had the season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had the season. There was one, like, I don't know, I can't remember if it was like Kanye West or nothing. And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Jay wasn't like my favorite like that. But he came through and he said something. I said, hold the fuck up. I was like, yo, this nigga's bad. I'm like, God damn. And I was like, he was like, yeah, man. And like this one dude's like, yeah, you know, Jay's old school rap. I was like, look, I know, nigga.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I just didn't expect like my man expect because usually, you know, he stays in the pocket and things like that. Because I mean, I don't really check for his record like that. I know there's other, you know, he's got other songs and stuff, and the way he sets, one thing I could give Jay, the way he sets things up is like, okay, I know that you didn't buy the album because you just listened to these songs on the radio.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to the album where I'm talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
So I give him, you know, props on that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just like, but yeah, like this is like,
yeah.
Okay.
I was not. I mean, I've heard some whole verses where I was like blown away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of my favorites is what he did on Drug Dealers Anonymous with Pusha T.
Yeah.
That was an excellent whole verse. And then there's another one where he did these double and triple entendres about baseball, you know, and Jackie Robinson and the Brooklyn Dodgers and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was incredible, man. I can't remember the song, but this was back when, like you said, when he had the season. And so, you know, he was just rapping his ass off. And it was like, you had to go back and play this shit like 6-7 times to understand, okay, he said this, but he really meant that and that and that. You know, it was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, I'm going to have to find that because I got reminded of it because somebody sent me a skit of the verses, like a little snippet of the verse. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So, yeah, I'm going to have to share that on either on Instagram or Facebook or something like that.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was good. Then enter Doggy Diamond, Kareem Blizz. They did they were talking about Dame Dash and Jay-Z and this, that, and the third. And somehow the subject was, oh, Jay-Z got a mop on his head.
Because of the dreadlocks.
Yeah. Then we get another like YouTuber, Pharaoh said that, pretty much dragged both of them.
Yeah.
And then Kareem Blizz Johnson had a response, kind of shrugged off the, you know, the hair comment to the side.
Okay.
And decided to talk about, well, you wasn't standing right with hip hop. I personally thought it was like, that's kind of weak.
Yeah,
that's kind of weak.
I can tell, yeah.
And that's not taking nothing away from them gentlemen. I think I still will be listening to both of them. Pharaoh says that. I mean, I follow him quite some time. We actually had a couple of conversations. I feel that he's a pretty good elder. You know what I'm saying? I feel that he also he has like a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I kind of like about him. His perspective is very different. He actually talks about some, like, if you get a chance to listen to him, he actually talks about some very deep stuff sometimes, like some very deep spiritual stuff sometimes.
Right.
And so that's one thing I can, you know, respect with him. And then, but going back to the comment, he was talking about, you know, well, you saying that actually, you know, you pretty much going against a group of people,
right,
with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And the fact that like people that had dreadlocks went through all types of discrimination.
Yeah.
And stuff. And he ain't lying about that because there have been times like, oh, you can't wear the dreads here. You can't do this.
Nowadays it's acceptable, but even when I was a kid, they was like, don't come up in my school with no dreadlocks in your head, you know, looking like you this and that. It was just, you know, frowned upon a lot.
Oh, because it's gang related and all that. And it's like, you know, people cut them out. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just, you know, like, you mean to tell me like we can't express ourselves, but we have to be to your standard? You know what I'm saying? And the thing of it is like what his point was, I can understand if a white man said that. I mean, it'll still be fucked up, but I can at least understand it. That's, you know what I'm saying? But to say that as a black man, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. And they should, you know what I'm saying? They should have like, hey, you know what? And like he said, you know, in the videos, like if they was really a G about it, they would say, hey, you know what? He's right. He fucked up.
Right.
We gonna take it. But it'll be all over the week. You know what I'm saying? It'll be water under the bridge. But you know, and like I said, I still listen to both. I mean, you know, both of them from time to time. Cause I mean, my thing of it is this, you know, I learn from everybody.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I try to learn from everybody. I try to learn, you know, how people, I mean, just like with the Tommy Brown and what's my man? The guy that
Johnson, wait, not
no,
Johnson.
no. The guy Royce Watkins, Dr. Royce Watkins.
Okay.
When they had a little beef, and you know, it looked like he was trying to. It looked like Tommy Brown was like just knocking down people that would, you know, And you know what I'm saying? I still said, hey, look, I don't feel that just because he said we got to cancel this person, that we should cancel this person. I feel that I learned something from both of them. So, you know what I'm saying? Why, you know what I'm saying? And the sad thing of it is like we fighting, you know what I'm saying? Right now we fighting over this little tidbit stuff. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that we need to just sit down and like, listen, we need to talk about this and we need to kind of get together and plan.
Absolutely.
But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, because I was
No, you're good. I mean, I pretty much can only echo what you said. I mean, I feel basically the same way. I mean, I think you have to really be careful about what you say because it can come out the wrong way. I'm sure they didn't really mean to necessarily, you know, disrespect, you know, Jamaican culture or anything like that. But, you know, I'll give you this. Sometimes, you know, when you look at Jay-Z, it's like you don't expect him to be a guy wearing dreads. You know what I mean? He because he's always rocked the Caesar, the low cut, you know, looking like me. And so all of a sudden, you know, just out of nowhere, he start growing his hair. It's like, whoa, you know, that don't look right on you, bro. But I would never have said something like it looked like a mop on his head. Because I mean, it looks just like any other dreadlocks. You know, they're always they're not like braids where they're made in a perfect pattern. Dreadlocks are supposed to just grow wild and kinky and do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, they grow.
So that's what the whole purpose of them. So nowadays, when you get people saying I got locks, that's not the same thing. The locks that people get now, that's just somebody made it like braids, you know, in a nice pattern. You know, it's not like real Jamaican dreadlocks. You know what I mean? It's different. So
actually, the dread on it was actually like a European name on it because when they fought those people. When they fought people that had them, they said dreadlocks. Like
but it was on it. Tell them,
the locks. You know, that's what they really were. They just really would call locks.
Yeah.
But I mean, and the thing of it is, like I was telling you, I can't really speak on too much because you know we as black people, we've already been discriminated against. Like all of us have been discriminated against. Like you know, being you know what I'm saying, like black, and we're not being able to do, you know, we're not able to get certain opportunities. But now, as far as like our hair, I haven't been through that. So I mean, I can only, you know, listen to my man and what he's saying and try to see his side of it because I haven't been through that.
Yeah.
And you know, and I can see like, but I mean, like I said, some people when they had the dreads and when they had all that stuff, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, most of the people, even like with black people, because we, you know, they look down on them.
Right.
Because, they got the dread, they got this, and they look, you know what I'm saying? And like what he was saying in the video, a lot of, since they didn't have a job or have any money, a lot of them did. You know, a lot of them had to go into like learning instruments to do reggae to make money.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man. I mean, you know, but that's it is a pretty big deal. So you know, we'll see what kind of backlash they might get from that, man.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I mean, you know, I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? I'll say that.
Yeah, and now to tie this back to Jay-Z. So one thing I can say about Jay-Z with the look, again, like I said, not the biggest Jay fan. But one, I give him credit where credit's due. He's got that look, and he's sitting with billionaires with that look.
Yeah.
And you know, we as regular black people cannot do that.
Yeah, and that's one thing I can say. I thought about that one day. I was like, you got a man with completely dreaded up head, you know, and I mean, when it comes to dreadlocks or locks, period, you have to really let it get messy. You have to let it get matted up. And I always feel like maybe he did that on purpose just to say, I'm a billionaire and I look like this, and I'm sitting among other billionaires, Warren Buffett types. Yeah, you know, and I'm looking like this. So now what? You know? What I mean?
So I mean,
that's a dope move.
Yeah, I think that's revolutionary on itself. I mean, I don't know if he's doing it for those purposes or not. But the fact that he's with a black wife.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I can see him doing it on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's an anomaly. Yeah, that's an anomaly because most of your celebrities, you know what I'm saying, they, you know, it's like, oh, we gotta portray, parade a white woman around, and you know, we gotta get her, we gotta get the brothers and all that stuff. But no, he's with a black woman. Yeah, and I mean, the baddest black woman on planet Earth. Yeah, I mean, well, maybe not the baddest, but at least in
what most people
consider. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so he got that. I mean, you know, like the image on the surface is correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it, you know what I'm saying? But you'll be surprised, like, especially like people that are so-called pro-black. Like, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they married, and I'm not, again, you can marry whoever you want. I don't care. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, you got to be, look, Nick Cannon, they're letting this shit go and everybody.
Anybody can get it.
Man, yeah. Nick Cannon like a motherfucking Jadakiss version. Anybody can get it. Get body.
And your legs is open. You get it. You involved.
You involved. Yeah, shit.
Well, yeah, man.
But yeah, man. So I mean, but going back, like on the surface, man, it's right. Like I have to give credit where credit's due. But you love them or hate them, on the image side, they're doing everything right. Yeah, they're doing everything right.
Yeah, I give it to them on that, man. So you know, like you said, man, y'all weigh in the comments, man. Let us know how y'all feel about that. You know, let's chop it up about that. And you know, don't forget, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
We need them funds, man.
Allocate to the motherfucking
schools. So we can buy more records.
buy more of my daddy's records.
Exactly. So, but you know, before we wrap it up, I did remember one other thing we wanted to mention. Yeah. So me and Howie was talking about this before the show. You know, the main theory is that hip hop started out in the Bronx, but there's been some speculation and skepticism about, you know, maybe it didn't start there. Maybe it started over in the islands like Jamaica and all those types of places, because a lot of people like Kool Herc came from that place. And, you know, there's even speculation that it started elsewhere other than that. But what do y'all think? Who actually created hip hop, you know, as a culture? Where did it start at? What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, like I said, the whole history was, from what I understand. You gotta understand, I was born in '83 in North Carolina. I think as far as like hip hop went, I think the thing that we saw was like Run DMC. That was like the first, probably like mainstream rap that we seen. Right. So it took me years later to kind of dig back, like, oh, okay, so this, okay, Cool Herc did this.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? It took me years, little years when I got older to research.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To start digging back to, actually understand. I will say this in my findings, I understand like the principle of hip hop did come from the islands. Like when they did the reggae stuff, they did the toasting. The toasting is kind of like it's kind of like the rap in a sense.
Yeah.
So what Herc did, from what I understood, he kind of took when he went to Jamaica, because I think he went for like he was from there, but I think he was actually when he living in the States. Then he kind of went back.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what he did, he brought, because that's one thing they had the sound system there.
Right.
So he brought the sound system back.
Yeah.
And then thus he kind of created the the hip hop, like the whole aesthetic to it and all this stuff.
Yeah,
the MC.
Exactly.
But I mean, if I always said like Kool Herc started it. I always said that. I mean, there's speculation on like, did he really start it? They said it might be somebody else that started it. I won't get into that.
Yeah.
But I will say this, it's always been Herc. I feel that, black, brown people were the like start of it, when it came to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny, like why are they doing this now? Like why are they trying? Like why are people coming in saying like, oh well, it's ADOS, it's
right.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to start a hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like but it was black music for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can appreciate it. Of black, for black people. But I mean, then all of a sudden it morphed into other folks, doing it. You had shout out to Ruby D. He was the first Latin MC, which actually found out if technically he wasn't. Whip was. He just never claimed it.
Yeah.
But he had like the Puerto Rican descent.
Yeah.
Supposedly. But he actually, Ruby D, became like the first Puerto Rican like rapper.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's kind of what you gotta look at. A lot of those first female MC came out of New York. You know what I mean? First this and that. The first, like you said, a Puerto Rican MC came out of New York. So it's all of that kind of stuff. I think that a lot of stuff started elsewhere. Like there was rapping before the Bronx.
Oh yeah.
You can go back to Pigmeat Markham and Here Comes the Judge
Here
and all of that.
Judge.
And he was rapping. You can go to James Brown was rapping. You know what I mean? A lot of James Brown talked about rapping in his song, but
Temptations. Some argued that the Temptations, that Ball of Confusion, was kind of like rap.
Yeah. And so it's so rap didn't necessarily start right there in the Bronx, but hip hop as a culture was brought together right there, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They kind of put it all into a nice little package of, okay, let's take this rapping thing to another level. Let's take this DJing thing and perfect the art of DJing.
Yeah.
We got the breakdancing, you know what I mean? That came out in New York.
And then the graph writers.
The graffiti. I mean, all of that. So beatboxing, you know what I mean? I'm sure there were people doing beatboxing maybe outside of New York, but everything kind of came to this culmination right there. Put it all into one little pot and kind of started it there. So that's the way I look at it. So yeah, hip hop as a culture, coming together as a culture, I think started out there. But you can go back into the 50s and 60s and hear people doing like rapping type stuff on records.
Oh yeah, rapping was I think that's the thing, people get that because they say rap and hip hop like it's synonymous, and that's two different things.
Yeah,
like rapping was way before.
The moonwalk, stuff like that. The moonwalk, you know what I mean? There's like artists doing that back in like the 50s on record, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people got so confused, they thought Michael Jackson created that. It was like, nah, Mike didn't create that. He perfected it, but he didn't create it.
Mike was taught it.
Yeah, he saw them street kids doing it, and he was like, oh, I got to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He took it to that pop level where everybody loved it, you know what I mean? But before him, you just knew about it in your local neighborhood. You know
yeah.
So you know, he brought it to the big stage and kind of gave it a platform. So,
which that's a good. I mean, that was kind of. I mean, it was like a double-edged sword because it's like that. It's like, dang, now you can took this and like now you get money off of it, but at the same time, you get an exposure of it. Like, oh man, you know, that's a good. You know, y'all took this to this platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So, matter of fact, speaking of Michael Jackson, his birthday was August 29th. So happy birthday to him. Almost forgot about him, man.
Right, man.
Yeah, his birthday was August. Shimon. Yeah, man. So he's still one of the greatest, man, to ever do it, you know, as far as music goes.
Man, I heard somebody, speaking of Mike, man, I heard somebody talk about, I could beat Michael's ass some podcast. Well, let me tell you something. Mike fuck you up. You forget you from Gary.
Yeah, man.
Shoot, Michael.
Mike had a hidden side to him, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because they talked about how people who knew him on a personal level used to hear the deep voice that Mike had. You hear him, you hear all that, you know, even in interviews, but they was like, yeah, if you really know Mike, he got a deep voice. He got a deep voice. And so, Mike was that dude. Yeah, Mike be like, let me tell you something, motherfucker. Right. What? All y'all niggas gonna stop putting my name in your little songs. Yeah. I'm gonna start fucking niggas up on sight. Yeah, I'm telling you. Niggas just for living. Yeah, shit, man. Wait, is that Michael Jackson? Right. But yeah, man. But yeah, you know, y'all let us know how y'all feel about that. Where was hip hop created? You know what I mean? We want to hear from y'all in the comments, and we appreciate any feedback. You know what I mean? And so thank y'all for those of us who do watch us week after week. And you know, don't forget to check out our other segments. You know, the Lost in Thought segment, the lyrical breakdown. We haven't done a Lost in Thought in a minute. Yeah, I might have to throw up a little Lost in Thought. Yeah, it's always good to do one of those every now and then. So. But yeah, so before we leave, I'm gonna throw one more record on the turntable here. I kind of feel like hearing some Pharoah Monch, man. What you think, man? Hey man, might as well, man. They got a remix on it with him and Redman and Busta Rhymes. Yeah. Redman. Yeah. Simon Says, man. So yeah, man. Busta Rhymes been fucking. Yo, he killed that shit. Yeah. God, boy. The dope, colorful records. You know what I mean? I love a colorful record, man. Oh, yeah, man. So, let me throw that in there. Hold on one second. Just gonna hear just a little bit. You know, I ain't gonna play the whole song, but let's just hear some of this classic. Can you name what sample that is? That's an interesting one. Where is that from? We'll talk about it.
Get the fuck up. Simon said, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky. He's in the back, sipping yak, yo, what's up? Girls, buddy, I said it, rough on the kitties. You know, kitty, pity, the fool that act in the midst of the calm, the witty. Y'all know the name. Pharoah fucking Monch and the damn thing chain. You all up in the ring, this shit inebriated. Straight from your original plan, deviated out of deviated. Pain with long-term goals, look like underground loop. Without the gold, so back around the world, I'm so good in the hood. But when I'm in the street, and shit is all good. Assume the motivated boom, control the game like boom, rated by black dollars. Shit's like a way to block shots, that's way to let my lyrics annoy. If you're holding up the wall, then you're missing the point. Get the fuck up. Simon said, get the fuck up. Put your hands to the sky.
Yes, sir, guys. Back on the classic right there, man. Oh man.
Yeah, you know what sample he took that from?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I don't even know what sample that's from.
Yeah, that's I forgot. It was Godzilla.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you said it, I'm hearing it now.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, man, that's crazy.
I hear it now. Yeah. That was that kind of ominous Godzilla music. Yeah. Okay. Good. Man, that goes back, for y'all youngins, man. You got to go back to the 80s to check out the old Godzilla joint. You know what I mean? Remember when Dave Chappelle did the Godzilla sketch?
Yeah.
And then he uppercut that nigga. That was funny as hell, man. But yeah, man. So I guess that's good for this week, man. This has been episode 219. 219.
Yeah,
yes,
I can't. Yeah,
a bunch of fingers.
Yeah, a bunch of fingers.
But yeah, we really appreciate y'all checking us out. This is your boy Kurt, and this is
Howard,
and we'll see y'all on the next episode. All right.
Peace.
Get the fuck up.